All right, was good, guys. Okay, let me make myself small. Sorry for the professional outfit, right? But I'm gonna just make a quick trade breakdown from today. Had a lot of you guys ask for it, right? So again, let me just put it properly. So my bias coming into the market, right? So again, let's do the 1 hour first. Again, what I'm doing recently is I'm just plotting my book map levels first and then just kind of playing from there. They all hit. Of course they did. But yeah, right? So my bias going into today was, yes, we consolidated all of yesterday, December 2nd. But I was still bullish, right? We're closing in on all-time highs. We're about to hit all-time high. Holy shit, I should have held. But yeah, we're about to hit all-time high. So I think we're just going to continue bullish. My bias was bullish going into the markets, right? Price was around here. We had a 1 hour fair value gap around this area. And yeah, we hit a red hot liquidity level at 2140. My phone does not shut up. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I just gotta answer this. Yes, I know I'm on video, but yeah, I'm not trying to film this twice. But yeah, so my bias coming into the market was I was really bullish, again, bouncing off this 1 hour fair value gap. And then as you guys can see on Bookmap, right, just right around this area, we had this liquidity, right? This liquidity is this red hot level at 2140. So, right, it kind of bounced again into this 1 hour fair value gap and then went higher. So went on the 15. And kind of same thing, right? Accumulation, manipulated down, bouncing again at this area, 2140 level. It's the same level that you guys can see around here. And yeah, it was also a 15-minute gap, which we had bounced into. So it was a turtle soup. But again, accumulation, all this area, manipulated down, took liquidity, 1, 2, red hot liquidity. And then we had some pretty good targets to the upside. We had 2240 and 21300. Then 5-minute time frame. Kind of the same thing, right? Pre-market open, market open 9:30 right around here. So we consolidated a bit. That's good. If you dump and then market had open here, it probably would have continued dumping for a bit. But because market open stalled for a bit, right? Before market open stalled a bit, it tells me that the bearish volume is kind of gone. So that gave me good confidence of like, hey, if I can get a good setup, I'll take it, right? Then 3-minute got choppy as shit. Then again, 9:30 open goes down. And as we can see over here, just again, let me hop on the 1 minute here. Dun 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 dun. Emilio G, scam artist. But yeah, so again, 9:30 open, we see it right around here. Let me just mark it out. Right, 9:30 open, we dump into the liquidity level, and as you guys can see, 9:31, we really hit it, and the orders tap out. Right, 9:31. This right here, you guys can see kind of how the liquidity was red hot around this area, and then it kind of disappeared. Right, let me just zoom in. Again, I don't know why it's not letting me zoom in. There we go. Again, kind of around here. See kind of how it's red hot, this area, then it disappears as soon as it taps in. That was kind of my first confluence. Then we go higher, right? And then lower. Now, I don't want to get in as soon as we go higher. Once we go higher, if we can break back above this high, that's my confirmation to go long, right? So we see at 934, right? Again, this is the high that we set after going in at 932. We go down, and then at 934, we break back above this high, and we start trading above here. And we leave a big fair value gap in this area. Me personally, I went long here. As soon as we broke the high, again, what I highlighted on Bookmap, that's where I went long. So my long kind of came in around here. I had my stop loss. Again, we see that we put in this low, right? Again, we go high. On Bookmap, we go low. And we see that we had these orders right around here come in. And we see that, hey, there were these orange orders, which somebody hit the bid, right, on this orders. Hit the bid meanings that they bought, and then they went higher. So I know that below here, the orders are protected. Then I saw that some orders came over here, which shows me this is a protected level of buying, right? Again, they put the orders here. That means that over here, there's buying pressure. And again, orders like this came in. Boom, got spoofed. We saw that we had 75 stops here. We had some icebergs coming around this area. But then as soon as we broke the high, that's where I got in my trade. Now, after we broke above here, you guys can see on the book map that, hey, not only did we break above, but on top of that, once we broke above, yes, we saw some orders around here, but we saw red hot liquidity come in around this area, which is the same area, the fair value gap, which shows me that it's going to hold. And as you guys can see, as soon as we get to the bottom of that fair value gap, which is right around here, right, this liquidity, as soon as we get to the bottom, it disappears. kind of here. It taps close, doesn't disappear, mitigates it a bit. You can see with this area, but you can see that as soon as it fully taps in, right after here, we have no more orders left, right? So that tells me that, hey, all the orders are mitigated, and as soon as I saw this bounce, I'm confident in the trade. And then to the upside, we had 2140. However, we did have news at 10 a.m. and because I did trade my FFN accounts, I had to close out just right before 10 a.m. So I ended up closing out right around this area. Right, my full target did get hit. However, trade management wise, I had my first partial. I had it around this area, right? And then I was like, okay, I'll partial out here and then take the rest off, right? Like my original idea was, take a partial here and then let the rest ride into this level. But however, that did not happen. Again, not every day is a perfect day. Given my situation, I think I did the best I could. Today I traded again Apex and TPT. And again, that level that we see when it priced in the low, yes, the low is all the way down here. But again, because those orders and that order level was around here at 148, that's where we had the orders. That's where I placed my stop. So it ended up giving me a 1.68, which is okay. Like, I'll take it. Again, still some good money. It was like, 130 ticks. So that was my trade for the day. Again, my full target did get hit, but because I wasn't on FFN, I ended up getting out before the news happened. And I got out on TPT as well, just because I kind of tried to close it out. So yeah, that's the trade breakdown. Like and subscribe.